This is a team that comes into the game wishing there was more on the line, but the reality is they're just playing out the string at this point. Still, despite their disappointing season, you can be sure they'll be giving it their all here. It's the Bengals going up against the Falcons. So for the call of this week 17 matchup, let's send it out to our broadcast team, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, in what is scheduled to be its final season as an NFL stadium, there's a look at the Georgia Dome here in Atlanta. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Guyton along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they come in after tasting defeat for the first time in about a month as their loss snapped a 4-game winning streak. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons. Philip Dorsett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And a give this time to the tailback. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. Now a handoff looking right. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And on 2nd and 10 now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And out now, here come the Bengals. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll run it here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He finds Coleman. And he's eventually brought down, but not before he reaches the 39, just shy of the 40. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Great play there off the end. Question, Charles. In a 4-3, you hear about the D tackles a lot. What's the role of the ends?
What they want to do is control the edges of the defense. And you always hear about an offense talking about setting the edge in the running game. Well, the defense wants to do exactly the same thing. In the defensive end, often against an offensive tackle, sometimes a tight end, they can't let themselves get hooked and let a running back get outside. Because if they do that, that hurts the integrity of the defense overall.
My man, the encyclopedia. And they get 14 yards there at a 1st down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On play action, they'll throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he fires one, but incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And now it's 4th down. So now on 4th down, Mike McCarthy will turn to his field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline. So
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Three receivers to the left, one to the right. To throw on 2nd down is gone. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a third down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. Throwing on third. Goff. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll punt it away for the second time.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Taken in at the 11. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The play clock's running down. They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense have felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out.
Well, that was pretty nice to watch if you like a defense's perspective, because they understood where the first down line was as much as the offensive guys did. Did not give up any more ground, and when the ball was thrown, reacted really well and swatted it away. One of the advantages of zone defense, you never take your eyes off the quarterback, and when he reacts, you do exactly the same and go get the ball.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. See if they stay on the ground for second down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. One receiver to the left is Cooper. Here's Goff now on second down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Here's Goff, surveying the field. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll get 16 yards there. And the Falcons are going to get a first. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Now Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. One receiver to the left is Cooper.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Goff throwing again. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to...
And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here. Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. Stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive. Go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Larry Ridley. What's that? Now? Oh, we're back. Okay, well, something happened to Larry in the halftime show. I guess we're ready for the third quarter. Let's go. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The numbers comparison last week, really good game. Here, I don't know. It just he's not hitting the hole as fast as he was a week ago.
Do you get the sense that maybe, his timing's off a little bit?
Yeah.
Because last week, I think you were talking about how quick he was to the hole and how fast he was through the hole. And that created some of those big runs because it allowed some of those second and third level blocks from his offensive line. In this game, I feel like the blocking's still there, but he's just not taking advantage of it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
They'll come out in the pistol. He'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be a 2nd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Telvin Smith that time there to make the play. And now they're in the hurry-up. He'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. He may try and run for this. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
One thing I know, defensive coaches love it when they don't have to invite their players to the party. This strong safety, you never have to ask him twice to help in run support. He's going to arrive and in a bad mood.
And now it's second and goal. On the ground, this is Hill. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And the seemingly endless drive continues.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs here.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th.
Here we go.
Goff now looking to throw. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Falcons defense gearing up as they take the field. And they did well down near the goal line last time, forcing him to settle for a short field goal.
And in today's day and age, settling for a field goal of that distance is amazing. You can get 3 points now, where it's going to give you only 1 point for the extra point, which would be a little bit longer. But they have to feel fantastic about only giving up 3 in that situation. It could have been so much worse.
Yeah, it could have. Now can they carry that over? And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a third and just a few inches. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Partner, a lot of people think the tight end's a safety valve position, but I think in situations like this, he's often a primary receiver, and they missed an opportunity there.
Yeah, missed an opportunity indeed to pick up the first. And they're going to speed things up here. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Looking to throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Face